Hi, and welcome to another episode of The War Bunker.
Hi there, this is the beginning of a 24-hour challenge that my son's put me to. Where are you gone, son? Over the years we've collected quite a lot of Orks. You can see that's really old school. We've also collected a few from Mantic, which have been really quite fantastic. This guy needs gluing a little bit, but it's kind of, if you've ever seen our videos, you know I kind of have not only collect Space Marines, I've got quite a massive Space Marine army, like about 250 of the guys. We've ironically been collecting the Orks on the side for about the same amount of time, but they've never really been as kind of loved as the Space Marines, and they really need some care and attention. And so something like a 24-hour challenge is an excellent time to say, well, let's try and get on top of this. I think some of the things I've got in my head, I tend to be quite precise when it comes to painting Space Marines, because you only have they're an elite force. You only have, you tend to have one Space Marine for every Ork, so you can take your time. I think half the challenge of trying to get a lot of these painted is just trying to just kind of let go a little bit and just kind of get some paint on them, because we've been playing them as just base coated for a while, haven't we?
Yes, we have. long time.
And it's time to really try and get some. I've counted out there's 150. Now there's no way I'm going to get through 150 in 24 hours, and I am not doing 24 hours because I'm a little too old to be doing 24-hour marathons. But as many as I can get through means that in actual fact got more of a work army, and an army, because to be honest, I don't think it's really actually much fun playing an army that's kind of just only assembled barely. Is there?
No.
More fun having one that's painted. Yeah. So let's see if we can get these guys into some kind of battle readiness. Okay, catch you later.
Alright, so we're doing the 24-hour paint challenge. So I've decided to just paint up my Imperial Guard, which I've grown in collection since probably our last video, but they just need painting. I just haven't had the time. So this is what I'm pretty much going to do. I'm going to aim to do at least this much, but I do have some other stuff in my case which we can get out and paint. So I just got troops, some heavy weapons, a tank, and the command squad. And yeah, I'll keep you updated as we go. Thank you.
Okay, we're now at the halfway point. 12 hours. I'm going to take a bit of a break. So far, it's kind of going really well. Probably looks a bit of a mess. It's night time here. This is really a useful thing. Just going to turn this down a little bit. But this is like a daylight globe, which kind of is really good. If I just put it there and then I turn it on, it's really good for illuminating it so that you can see what you're doing and kind of make the colour schemes look like they will do during the day, because it's kind of late, really quite late at night. Really quite pleased with everything I've got done so far. I'm just going to move. One of these figures have just gone upstairs because it's. But yeah, as you can see here, actually, I've managed to get an assortment of different. What are they called? Trucks. Trucks.
War trucks.
War trucks done. In total, I've got 7. There's another one here. I'm having a wee bit of trouble on what's going to need some extra work on tomorrow. I've got 2 trucks. These things have been assembled. How long have these been assembled for? About 4 years or something. finally got them to colour scheme. They're all washed, so they're kind of waiting for me to put a mud effect on, which I'll do tomorrow. And then I've got like a whole pile of box of these guys done. That's like a heavy weapons guide. I've concentrated more on the heavy weapons guys, which ironically means that by the end of this, what might happen is I've got loads of heavy weapons, and I've only just been starting with the last hour with the grunts. Now, who's kept me company? Who's kept me quite inspiring? This is something I find really quite useful. Is I've got an Audible app on my phone. And I've just finished listening to Dick Winters, his Band of Brothers memories, and just finished that. I'm just starting on Panzer Commander, which is another piece of history that's recommended by Stephen Ambrose, and this thing is absolutely amazing. But it's really good to just have a book on and get painting. This year I've done so much reading from just putting stuff on Audible and kind of getting painting, and I'm not a great reader at all, and it's just a great way to cover. Anyway, so I'm breaking the rules of 24 hours by having a little bit of a sleep here, and then I'll continue with the other 12 hours, but yeah, because some of us need sleep. Catch you later.
So, my 12-hour update for the 24-hour paint challenge so far. What I've got done. I got my Hellhound done. I've got 16 Guardsmen done. 10 Ratlings. 2 Chimera, which I think look pretty nice. And then 3 of my Sentinels, as well as all the weapons because they're magnetized, so that was nice. But I have to say that doing this, the best thing to do is listening to audible books on your devices. Because it's just good, and it just keeps you focused. Or just listening to some books or music, because it just, I don't know, it just makes you feel like you're doing, I don't know, it just relaxes you, I suppose, and you can just focus on painting. So pretty much what I've got left to do is my Luminarust. That's nearly done. Those 8 guys there, these guys, not the stormtroopers, those are almost complete. They just need flesh, and then flesh and bolt gun or lead belcher. Then I got about 20 or so Guardsmen there with backpacks that need to be done. Flag bearers. I mean, that's what I'm probably gonna aim to do, is those 20 Guardsmen and flag bearer and Creed. But if I can aim, I'll probably get the stormtroopers, try and get stormtroopers done as well. Maybe the heavy weapons of it over there, but not sure. Anyway, that's my update. Catch you later.
And here we are with everything I managed to achieve. I did cheat a bit on this, in the fact that I did 2 12-hour blocks and I slept in between because getting so old. Now most of it, really all these were assembled beforehand. A few of them were base coated, and you know, I'm not trying to do this as a I might have painted more than you. it was more really trying to get in order what we did. So yeah, that's one of our bosses, and it's kind of good because this army is feeling a lot more finished than it has done for a while. We've played it really only base coated, and now I mean particularly I got these that my truck's done, which was good. Took opportunity to do the killer cans, which up till just a few weeks ago were still in the box, and we literally had, like I said, we've had most of this for something like between 5 and 7 years, and we kind of collected but never really got it finished. So playing an Ork army seems a nice idea. What I'm really looking forward to playing is I've got like several, like in total about 8 war tracks there, which just they only come to about 220 points with the various options. So I'm really looking forward to just feeling there. That's going to be amazing. Just sheer mass. I'm quite used to painting Space Marines. The colour scheme that I've got for these has been really kind of cool. It's basically like a dark undercoat, if I could be bothered, with it, like an ultramarine blue, silver highlights. Because this guy's a bit of a captain, he's got more chromed weapons, but most of the grunts just have silver weapons. And most of that just needed a single coat, and then kind of once it was done, and this is what always feels a bit weird, is you get a dry brush with brown and just kind of make them look a bit dirty afterwards, which is a bit weird. So you can kind of get a new, beautifully clean model, and then you kind of like make it look like it's been through the wars, which is kind of the point. And it's great because it makes them look a little bit weathered and stuff. Just gonna see if trying to remember if I hit this button, if it puts that in focus. No, it doesn't. Zoom in. It doesn't. The secrets of. Oh, camera. How do you work? Anyway, I bet if I put them. Allows you time to hit record and then try and work out how to actually use your camera. But yeah, really pleased. There's some fire guys here. Burner Boys got a whole host of guys with heavy weapons. I mean, literally any heavy weapons I got spare. Plus we had like several, because my son started collecting black orcs for Warhammer, and then we kind of gave up on Warhammer. So I basically got those figures and kind of threw whatever weapons I could onto them. There's a lot of really kind of interesting conversions, as well as some Mantic Warpath stuff as well. So it kind of not playable in tournament, but it is nice to just between us to have an army that's actually fieldable, with quite a lot of nice fast attack choices. Not too many heavy choices. What's missing from here is I actually bought a war truck at the last tournament we got, which is in pretty much the same colour scheme, using the ultramarine blue. So anyway, it's good to get them done. That's a fieldable army. I've been downstairs. There's still another 60 odd Ork war boys to go. Somewhere we have collected over time about 60 Gretchens, which for some reason we can't find. They've just disappeared into some kind of Bermuda Triangle, so there might be even more figures somewhere out there. But yeah, this is a nice playable army now, and I'm really hoping to have a bit of a go with it, especially as someone who's played really non-stop Space Marines, which are kind of a good army, but they're kind of bland and boring, and I can see some ways to use Orks which would be interesting. Okay, so I'm sure Cameron will fill you in on where he's got to in his Imperial Guard, but that's me signing off.
So the 24-hour paint challenge is complete, and here's what I've got done. We'll go left from right. We got one 10-man squad of guardsmen, We have a Lehman Rust, which, in my opinion, I've really enjoyed. The only thing I haven't done is given the tank a name yet, which is what I've done on my other ones. I completed Creed and Kell. Pretty nice with the English flag as the regimental colours. Got another 10-man squad of guardsmen. Some have some unique, like, crew heads and stuff I've added on. 3 sentinels, all done with their weapons. 10 ratlings. Platoon command squad with the English flag. Another 10 guardsmen. Another 10 guardsmen. Then we have a hellhound. And then 2 chimera. And yep, that's all I've done. It's been a good challenge, and I've enjoyed just painting my stuff up. Thanks for watching.